Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session of Product Perspective Talks. I'm your host, Sujeet Pathak. I'm a senior product manager at Amoeboids, and today I'm joined by my co-host, Anuradha. She is a customer success manager at Amoeboids. Hi, Anuradha. Welcome to the session.
Hi Sujeet. Hi Sari.
Hi.
Hello.
And Amoeboids is a Atlassian's Platinum Marketplace partner, and as you guys already know, we have been doing this podcast series, Product Perspective Talks, where we speak to various industry experts about product management. And today we have a special guest, Sergiy. He's a product manager at SaasJet. SaasJet, just like Amoeboids, is another Atlassian's Platinum Marketplace partner. So, hi Sergiy, welcome to the session, and we are so glad to have you on this show.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'm ready for questions. Thank you.
And great. So let us dive in into the topic of the day, that is product management. Before we go into deeper, Sergiy, why don't you just get us through your journey so far? What led you to the world of product management?
Uh, thank you for your question. But I wanted to start my story by answering why I became a product manager in this case. When I was studying, I had no money, no resources, so I looked for myself in the sphere of IT. By the way, in this niche, it is possible to transform your idea from your head to the product story and some product and services. So this is very good for me. It takes less time how to transform your idea from product or service online. By the way, for example, if you wanted to construct a factory, you need resources, you need a place, you need a financial, and you need the workers. But if you wanted to transform your idea from head to the product or services, in this case, all you need just idea in the head, a couple of the cool guys and server. That's why I have it. That's what inspired me in this idea. My story was the following: as a product manager, the first site I created in '97, and the second project was created in 2000. This is a timetable scheduler for whole country with 1 million traffic monthly. And 2005, I created my first food deliveries online store in the region. By the way, it was 50 years before the pandemic. I'm talking about COVID-19. And 2010, I have been a product manager for 10 years in desktop application software for e-commerce. I'm talking about Adobe, Magenta, Oscommerce, WooCommerce, Xcart, Zencart. So this is a great experience for me. And 2020, I'm a product manager in SaasJet.com, and I think the SaaS is the most interesting object for me. That's why my short history as a product manager.
That's quite an exciting. Means you have worked in so many diverse backgrounds. Like you mentioned, you started in 1997, way back. So it's really great to know your journey so far. So yeah, Anuradha, would you like to add?
Yes, definitely. Means like Sujeet said, it is an exciting journey. In fact, I have seen your website as well, and I just went through the different job profiles that you have worked in, and then finally you landed into the product management part. So I'm sure there must be something that has that has been exciting about this particular profile that you are currently working on as a product manager. So we would like to know like what excites you about this product management role.
Well, if you're talking about excites, first of all, what excites me the most, the opportunity to implement fresh and original ideas and to find failure in the product. Honestly, I think the product manager looks like a gold digger. His task to find the most valuable, the largest nugget. And that's why I think that product manager works in the condition of uncertainty in the field of product hypothesis, and also and explore unexplored territories. So I think in our times it's possible to be a Christopher Columb is a product manager if you just explore new territories. So that's why excited me to be a product manager right now.
Okay, great. And like you mentioned, there are like the list of things, or you have mentioned that there are many things that excites you, and I think it is more about the innovation part, right?
Yeah, by the way, according to the innovation, let me clarify my position. That's why I just want to share a famous quote of Henry Ford. If I had asked people what they wanted, well, they would have said faster horses. According to this quote, the people often focus on their current needs rather than imagining new solution, new purchases. That's why I'll try to, for me, I'll try to understand the real problem of the client and to go beyond of the borders, beyond the guidance as users might expect it. And that's why, according to this quote, we provide to create a very famous our product issue history for Jira. By the way, this idea of our product was based on a very interesting case. That's why I wanted to share to you. However, we got a special client who got a special task for our team. He changed the requirements every time, very often. Then talking very often, it take maybe every time, every day, so very quickly. It was nightmare for our project manager. It was not possible to understand what the final change, how to control these changes. That's why we'll try to turn it into idea to create an add-on, how to work according to the special simple formula with 3 words: when, who, and what. When the changes were made, who made them changes, and what changes were made and by whom. So it is a very simple decision, but with help of this add-on, we will be able to control everything and everything changes. So I think the main job of product manager in this case, in this example, not to invent the solution. The main idea of job of the product manager to dive in the problems of the customer and the service beyond the governance to solve them. That's why a real case how our add-ons was so popular. Thank you.
Great insight, Seri. In fact, I couldn't agree more. Anuradha will agree with me. In fact, in our case, we are on customer calls all the time, both of us, and many times what we found that when we ask for to the customer about their problems, they try to come up with solutions, but they don't explain their problems. So the main job for us is to dig down, probe them to come with the problem statement, because not always, because many times customers tend to give you solutions based on their limited understanding of the product and their limited use case. But as a product manager, you have to take a macro view and design a solution which maybe address a large set of customers and not just the one particular that we are talking to. So that happens all the time. So we have to sometimes probe a lot of details to the customer, how they are using the product, what is their thought process, who are the personas who are using the product. That gives you this insight. So that's clearly what you mentioned about that Henry Ford quote. It's something that we experience every day.
Yeah, by the way, you're quite right. I agree with your idea, because in this case, it's very important for product manager, because in this case, product manager should dig deeper in this situation.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Means as a customer success manager, I work with customers, and I also work with customers on the support tickets, and we get a lot of requests, and then I go back to Sujeet. Okay, this is what customer has asked, but as a product manager, of course, he needs to think vast about the request that we have got, and he needs to think how it will be suitable for the entire customer base that we have. instead of just thinking about that one support request or one query that we have got from the customers. Yeah, of course.
Right. Uh, you know, with this one, another question that comes to my mind is that, when we manage the product backlog, on a one hand, we have loads of customer requests, which are generally enhancements or small features that they want, and most of them are valid requirements. And on the other hand, we have those bigger feature that we have been planning. We are researching for them, studying custom other competitor apps, or trying out some other experiments, trying to see whether we can do something game changing so that we stay ahead in the marketplace. So those game changing innovative ideas take time to develop, right? Not just on the paper, but also in the real world, like technical development part. So when you have these two things to balance out, like on the other hand, there are enhancements and customer requests or bug fixes, and on the other hand, you have those bigger changes which could be game changer, but it will take time to develop them. How do you manage balance between these two when you manage your product roadmap?
Well, this is a very interesting question. This is a situation because this looks like a paradox for product manager. For one side, you need more features and more implementation. From other hand, you have some limitation of resources, limitation of time. So the trick of the product manager, how to combine all together these all entities, the lack of resources, the demands of the customers, and also the problems of the resources, money, and developers. And in this case, it's better to use this approach, how to validate the problem, how to save your money, and how to save your resources. And also, for me, as a more important thing, how to validate the situation. And also, for me, three factors. First of all, as MVP models. The second, this is to get the voice of community. So investigate more to validate your idea before development process. In this case, you will be able to save your time, to save your money if you validate before, and to prepare some special list of requirements before you start. And in this case, I just recommend to lean startup book and startup approach, because it's very useful for me and a great influence for me and for my mind how to start a product. So this is my answer according to the questions.
Okay, that's obvious. Means even we are doing similar things. So you mentioned about the MVP model. What we have been doing, like our CEO Anand always tells us, whenever you have a big idea in your mind to implement, come up with a smaller version of it, a very starting feature of it, and just release it first, and let's see how people are using it, what is the feedback, and then go on building on it. Don't try to build bigger feature right at the start. So that approach helps us to gauge how users are perceiving it. Another interesting thing that you also mentioned was what we do at our end is we showcase our product roadmap to our customers on a public portal, and let them comment on it or even vote on it. So we all automatically get idea that which are the ideas that have been resonating with the customers, and we can pick them ahead of some other ideas. So that's another way that we try to solve this problem.
Yeah, by the way, you're quite right, because MVPs is a cool thing for PM. So it's a special trick how to save your money and resources. That's why we must have in this case just start a new product. Quite no doubt in this case. You're right.
Right. Now you are at SaasJet, which is again, just like us, is Atlassian's marketplace partner. You have apps in the marketplace. I believe you are also active in some other marketplace like Monday.com. When we talk about products within the marketplace, while developing these products, you have certain limitations. Like, for example, in case of Atlassian, you have to limit yourself within the Jira ecosystem, and you have to, for most of the data requirements, you are dependent on Jira. So you have certain limitations as far as you design of your product is concerned, or the feature that you can implement. Whereas as compared to some other standalone applications, which are let's say a SaaS application, where you are not dependent on a particular entity like Jira or Monday, uh, and you are free to explore, whatever direction that you want. So I believe you have worked in both kind of environments in your previous organizations and the current organization. So what's your opinion on these two different types of or styles of products and their management?
Yeah, by the way, this is a very interesting question, because for over 10 years, I was a product manager on the desktop software development company. This is a standalone product. And 4 years, I'm a SaaS company. And therefore, I can definitely compare the pros and cons of both approaches. I think, by the way, in our company, most of our product is SaasJet based on cloud. And recently, we have also launched it on data center. But I think the advantages of the Atlassian approach for me are numerous. The first and the most important for me, you get a full immersion and at all stages. I'm talking about support, GSM, backtracking, Jira, idea development for product manager. I'm talking about the special discovery projects, and if you need to get a documentation, some notices all together, I'm talking about Confluence. So everything looks like a bundle together. It's very good for me as a product manager, and I'll be able to control everything in one place in one time. And also, most important thing for me is issues and security, licensing, performance. This is a prerogative at Atlassian. That's why I don't care what's the problem, how to fix the security exploit and other bug, how to control license, because I was in an offline company. I'm talking about standalone products. License control, it was a nightmare for our company because of hackers, because of problems. So in this case, the approach of SaaS and protection of the security and some licensing is more comfortable way how to work, how to sell some products. So this is a good approach, the plus one Atlassian. And one more thing for me, this is another plus. I'm talking about scaling. If you've got a small company, maybe 10 users or 20 users, and after that, maybe you've got huge companies with 5,000 or 10,000 users, you'll be able to rescale your company without some problems and limitation. And cloud, for me, is a good idea how to switch it quickly without a special administration, some resources, some hardware, software changes. That's why I think there's a key benefits for me as a product manager, as an owner of a business, to use our class. And by the way, right now we're trying to go to another market, but I think that Atlassian is a very promising part of market and a very comfortable way to speed up your work with help of SaaS. That's why I think it's a good idea. Thank you.
Okay, but of course, your points are quite valid. Means you mentioned about the security and other stuff, that Atlassian comes up with an entire ecosystem, and that helps you to create a healthy user base for your products within the ecosystem. But many times, for in our case, we feel that what are the use cases that we are solving within the Atlassian ecosystem, there are people outside the ecosystem who are still having similar problems. For example, in our case, we have an app called Automated Release Notes, which helps you to automate the entire process of generation and distribution of release notes. We are a add-on on Jira, so currently we are tightly coupled with Jira. But we do know that there are people who don't use Jira, but they use some other project management tools, or they do something on their own, but they have similar problems when it comes to release notes and we can definitely cater to them because we have a product. But because currently we are limited to Atlassian ecosystem, we can't cater to them. So do you feel that kind of limitation when thinking about your products?
By the way, this is a very interesting question, Sergiy. Thank you. And I wanted to say also about this. I'm stealing some products. I'm stealing ideas with Atlassian. After my team asked me all the same. So, okay, what's wrong if we got a good product, we got a good idea? What we should do in this case? This idea was stolen by some bad competitors. I'm talking to my guys. Okay, please watch the movie. Catch Me If You Can. In this case, if you speed up your development process, if you speed up your implementation features, the computer will not be able to catch your cadence, tempo, how to implementation, the value of your product. So replica will not be able the same like you made project in this situation. That's why it's a very interesting question, and it's very important for me because I have the same problem because we've got a good project, and I'm talking about the history for Jira. And the idea looks like they're very simple, but try to do it and try to catch us because we've got a special cadence how to implement. Every sprint for 2 weeks we publish new feature, new value for customer. In this possible, it's not so easy to do the same tempo for competitors how to do the same product. And also I think it's not only the product is most capable for client, it also is the complex of the questions. First of all, the value and how to solve the pain of the customer. This is one. The second, the customer support is a very, very important thing. If you get a bad support, it's not so good. If you want to be able to fix the problem of the client, say goodbye to client because he'll go to the competitor in this case. And also in these two factors all together, we'll try to combine the final results. So how do you live with your product and how to live with competitors in this case. But also I work for the fair game. By the way, I'm talking about Olympic Games soon, so I'm waiting for the fair game where everybody needs how to ability some new ideas to publish to Atlassian marketplace. This is a good idea, but play fair in this case. It will be good. Thank you once more for it's a very interesting question.
Okay, good.
Yes, definitely. I 100% agree with you because being a customer success manager, I work with many customers. So I would like to tell you one of my experiences. One of the customers who was actually initially, evaluating our app. And he told me that, okay, I'm happy with the kind of support you are giving me in the initial phase. And if you are giving the proper support, then that is like 50% sold out for me, that that app is 50% good for me. I'm just going to look at the features that you have apart from the support part. And then he explored all the features that we have in the app, and we did some new enhancement based on his requirements. So yes, of course, the support and the product management together is definitely something that all the customers want. So with that, I would just add up my next question. So as we all know that everyone is using AI, and it is being used in each part of the process in every organization. So in terms of product management, what do you think? In what ways AI is shaping the future of the product management?
Yeah, thank you. It's a very interesting question. It's a very popular request. The topic of artificial intelligence is everywhere now. It's from one hand, it looks like a fashion trend, but from other hand, I think it's sure AI will allow to speed up the processing of information arrays and work with data deviation. It will be able to do the faster and better than product manager. It's true maybe, but however, I think AI may lack of the creativity and innovative thinking the human product manager bring. I think AI should complement, not replace human in this case. At SaasJet, we're now starting to work with integrating AI in our products. Which way? In this case, we'll try to release the customer and to provide a special monitoring system who will indicate some problems and how to save money of the client. So right now we're on the way how to implement AI for our product, and maybe soon, maybe in 1 and on 2, we'll try to provide a new product with based on the AI. So it will be possible in marketplace. So I think AI is a very promises part of work of add-on and work for product managers. This is a very interesting question. Thank you.
Sergiy, you mentioned like integration of AI into your product. Of course, that's the one thing that has been there, talk of the town. Everyone else is talking about it. But as a product manager, when you work on your personal work on day-to-day basis, like you're writing up requirements or any other stuff that a product manager do in a day, how does AI help you in those day-to-day stuff?
By the way, according to support, we're trying to use AI just to categorize, to combine, to find out the special holes, some problem places in the support tickets, because a huge tons of the tickets, the communication, in this case, it's not possible to read the simple man how to identify the problem, how to solve this issue, and to mention, okay, look at this problem because Houston, we got a problem, we need to solve this issue. That's why AI is the best tool for support department. And also in our case about the issue history, if you wanted to change, if you want to monitor changes in the department, the food department, the project, it's not possible to monitor everything and everywhere without AI, because you need to inform the special criteria what to catch, what to inform in this case. That's why AI is the best thing how to monitor about changes in this case. That's why we are on the way how to implement such things in our products. Support changes, and I'm talking about GPT chats because it's for marketing part. Because okay, I just create my article about the best add-on, but in this case, we've got a cool marketing guys who create more creativity articles. AI is a background who combine, provide you some special knowledge, basement before creations. That's why this is a cool thing. Don't forget about AI because it's a very cool thing. You're right.
Correct. Even I feel so. Means in my day-to-day work, of course, the point that you mentioned at the beginning, AI should be complementing humans and not replacing humans. That's the core. I think we also believe in that. But at the same time, like for example, in my case, my writing has improved a lot with the help of AI. Earlier, I used to struggle to write in a very concise manner. I used to write long sentences and paragraphs when I'm defining a requirement or any other. I'm writing release notes for that matter. But the AI has certainly helped me, so I can just jot down few thoughts that I want to be there, and then AI can come up with a better version, which are presentable, easily understandable to you. So that's one way which AI is helping you. But of course, another interesting thing that you mentioned about the customer support, where AI can dig down a large bunch of data and come up with the insights, that would be a game changer for anyone. Like Anuradha, I think you can agree more on this.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
By the way, I want to say AI is very important. Not only the SaasJet, but other companies. For us, we have just created a special AI department. They will try to investigate how to implement the thing. I think all the same. You have the such department or some person who will charge on the AI. So we're on the way how to improve our product. I think it's a good thing.
Right. I think, Sergiy, one last question from our side. You have been in this product management space for years now, and if you can give some references to our audience, like what all books that you would recommend anyone who's looking to enter into a space of product management? What should they read about? Like any podcasters that you follow or any books that you would recommend?
By the way, this is a very interesting question. By the way, we have a special book fans group in our company. This is right. This is very interesting. And according to the books and some references, I think the product manager for me it looks like a mini CIO. He needs to know not just a product also, but a lot of skills to know. I'm talking about design, sales, support, marketing, technical areas. So in this case, you need to know everything to be a product manager, mini boss of your product in this case. That's why if I'm just talking about the beginners in this case, I just wanted to recommend courses from Coursera. If you want to just start how to live with products, it is a very good. If you don't pay money in this situation, I wanted to recommend HubSpot with Ultimate Guide for product marketing. And if you just want to read the special blogs, how about Intercom? Intercom got a very interesting section about product and design section. This is a lot of articles and some information. And just for me, I'm a great book fan, so I'm just prepared. I've got a special rating of books for PM. The top 5 for me, the book number 1, first place is Lean Startup by Eric Rises, because in this book, it's a must read for every product, how to save money and resources if you start your product. And book number 2 is Blue Ocean Strategy by Chan Kim, because in this book you will understand what's the difference between blue and red ocean, and how to live with competitors, and how to provide you a new idea. And also for my designer, I said must read book is a design of everyday things. Just a moment. This is this is my famous book. This is for my designer. So read this, please, because this is our Ukrainian translation. But all my designers read this book, as then just hired new person. I asked it, did you read this book? No, just read it. And after that, go again. So, and also for support, guys, I'll recommend Delivery Happens by Tony Shanes. And Zappos experience is very interesting for me, and how to serve support services for clients, how to operate with some requests. So for me, Delivering Happiness is a very good book for support. And for product manager, if you want to validate your ideas, I think it's a very interesting book. The mom test. Just a moment. This is a very small book, but very valuable, because you will be able how to ask clients, how to get right answers in this case. So how to communicate, how to. It is a very interesting book, and also in this series another translated Everybody Lies. This book. So it's all the same. So if you ask a client, please tell me what do you want, it doesn't mean that all the same you will be in your product, because the client will not be able to understand quite right what exactly. Do you remember about quote of Henry Ford? Also say for fasted horses. So, by the way, this is a very interesting request. Maybe it's better to create a special separate video, top 100 books and top 100 resources of a product manager. This is a very cool idea. This is my resources I wanted to recommend in this case. Thank you. And how about you in this situation? Do you have more something like this?
I mean, first of all, thank you so much for such an exhaustive list. I mean, those are super cool recommendations. I will definitely, in fact, myself try out few of those books. And one thing that you mentioned about Intercom, we do use Intercom for our products internally, but I haven't, explored their resources. So I will definitely look into it. Just to add one point from my side, I follow a person called Shreyas Doshi. He's a well-known product manager. He has been product manager for many leading companies like Facebook or Stripe and Airbnb. So he regularly shares quite a few those product management hacks or frameworks. I try to follow him, but of course the frameworks are sometimes too much theoretical in nature, maybe impractical in some cases, but definitely the regular nuggets that he shares, some practical experiences. So he's mostly active on Twitter, so I follow him. So he's the cool guy to follow if you're new into product management.
Sorry for interrupting. I just wanted to small remarks. I'm agreed with you, and also I wanted to say, my dear guys, please read books, because a lot of experience inside. It's not possible. You need to live 100 years to get experience from everywhere, from every country. That's why it's not possible. Speed up your knowledge with help of the books. That's why this is a very interesting thing, how to get more knowledge inside of your head in this case. This is it's a very interesting question. Thank you.
Great advice. Definitely. We should read books. Yeah. Anuradha, anything from your side?
No.
Let it first, please.
No questions from my side, but yes, I do definitely agree about the part that you have mentioned about reading books. They do definitely add up a lot to your knowledge, and they keep feeding your mind basically when you are reading books.
Yeah, and just a small remarks. I wanted to say about not only product measure. I think the very important part is the support, and also because without support, product measure is zero. Because no support, no product in this case. Also same, I'm talking about marketing, but I think the most important thing is the support of customers, because as a feedback, as how to respond to the situation. Maybe this is the most important part of the product management, I think, in our company. I think also the same in your situation.
Yes, definitely. Means Sujeet is product manager. I work into customer success and support. So yes, definitely our jobs, our responsibilities complement and support each other to stay at the top for all our customers.
Yeah, by the way, thank you for it. Was very interesting questions, and I hope maybe in the next session we'll get more information and more rating about books and answer questions. Thank you for your time and for watching.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I think we would like to do another session with you on just on the books as a topic. I think that would be interesting. I think with that note, we are coming to the end of the session. Everyone who's still watching our video, thank you so much for joining us. We had a really interesting discussion today with Sergiy on the topic of product management. We touched upon many topics, right from product his journey into product management, and different problems or challenges of product management, then the challenge of AI, and then we ended with some great recommendations on books and other resources on product management. So thank you so much, Sergiy, for such a wonderful discussion. It's been a pleasure and privilege to have you on this show and with the discussion.
Thank you very much, and don't forget to like and subscribe the channel.
Definitely. So for some more such videos, and of course the next session with Sergiy on books, do subscribe to our YouTube channel and our LinkedIn page. Do also check out the LinkedIn page of Sergiy and SaasJet. They are also doing some wonderful things. Yeah, of course, and those books. So we'll definitely list down these books into the description of this video when it's live. So do check out. Thank you so much, Sergiy, and also special thanks to Anuradha. She has joined first time as a co-host on this session. Thanks, Anuradha, for joining us.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Goodbye. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.